Hi everybody, this is Con. Right now I am in the Kenbuchi proving ground of Mazda at Hokkaido. Standing here with the CX-5. So today we are here, we are going to experience a series of exercises in winter driving. First exercise here, you'll be experiencing, too bad not driving, there's no driving this round, you'll be experiencing the difference between an all-wheel driven CX-5 versus a front-wheel driven CX-5 in snowy weather. So right now, this exercise, we are going to experience the difference between all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive where the CX-5 is concerned. There will be a series of other exercises which I'll be taking you all through this video lah. So here, there we are, moving forward. This is my good friend Chip Siak. So yeah, he's from Motor Trader. Yeah, very knowledgeable guy in the industry. I always copy his work. Check out the tread pattern of those tires. These are winter tires. Check out the snow level. Oh my god, it's like I'm 170 cm tall and the snow is right here. So it's about a meter of snow right here. Beautiful weather this. Front wheel drive starting on a slope of 10% or 10 degrees?
16 here.
Alright. So he's
You see,
there's a bit of slippage at the front wheels. Yeah.
And you can see on meter the traction control all the time activating.
Yeah, so it's actually the traction control kicking in to stabilize the...
Try to, but
even sitting at the back, I can feel a bit of slippage,
slippage
at the back wheel. Yeah.
The front tire doesn't grab well, therefore he have to turn the wheel.
Yeah.
Like this.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel the lateral wheel like this, right?
So this kind of weather, having all-wheel drive would really make a difference.
Really make a difference. But not only snow, but also the weather.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially this is diesel, right?
This is diesel.
Yeah.
And relatively less steeper road. You see?
Oh, this is steeper, so there was even more wheel spin.
Car moves like this, lateral right.
Yeah, there was a bit of left and right.
Yes. Yeah, you feel the less accurate, so even the engine revolution goes to high, but car doesn't move forward. Okay.
Are we switching to the other car?
Yes, we are.
This car also diesel? Diesel all-wheel drive.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
But that was comparatively a lot less drama. Can barely feel the wheel spin. So the car immediately feels more secure. Our friend here also is, it feels more confidence to tekan the accelerator a bit harder. Yeah, even as a passenger, even though I'm not driving, although I very much wish to, even though I'm not driving, I really can feel the added traction advantage that the all-wheel drive system is bringing to the CX-5. Even though in Malaysia we don't experience snow like this, right? But we still get wet weather. We still get mud and gravel and all that. So he's going up the slope, the steeper slope. No drama. No drama. Tekan saja. Yep. So the CX-5 just took off on the snow with barely any wheel spin, and even though he put quite a bit of pressure on the throttle. Heavy snowfall. And there comes the CX-5 all-wheel drive, scaling the slope with very little drama, if at all. So yeah, that concludes exercise 1. That's the difference between front and all-wheel drive in severe weather. Now we move on to our next activity. So right now I'm at the back seat of the Mazda CX-8, which has been confirmed is going to be launched in Malaysia. So I'm just going to take you a very quick walkthrough whilst Sean Chua is driving in front. Okay, so you see here there is this sunshades, retractable sunshades, and more importantly, you notice that this is a fixed armrest. Okay, so you actually get individual seats. Okay, let me show you from this angle. Yeah, okay, so you get this fixed armrest here with cup holder, and oh my god, heated seats. Heated seats are now my best friend, man, in this climate. So yeah, and then here's a lidded compartment. Wow, this is deep. This is like the center console box of of most cars. So here's my DSLR camera. The tag inside fits nicely, man, and there are two USB charging ports right here. Okay, yep. So here you see here the ISOFIX mounts on either side, and look at the back row. I'm not sure if I have time to check out the third row, but the third row also seats two. Okay, so in this configuration the CX-8 seats 6 passengers, but I suspect that Burmas may bring a 7-seater version instead to Malaysia, although I really quite rather like this 6-seater configuration. You know, this captain's chair like thing makes me feel properly atas. So let's show you what's happening in front. Sean is driving. Hi Sean. So yeah, so we're driving the CX-8 in snow. Right, so now driving the CX-8. This version of the CX-8 powered by an updated version of the 2.2 liter i-Activ diesel engine I'm familiar with. Outside is -4 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so it's cold. Okay, thus far we have covered a short distance around this Kenbuchi Proving Grounds. Earlier I came from the CX-3, just drove a couple of rounds at very low speeds, so don't expect this to give you any meaningful insight into the CX-8. Okay, that will have to wait until the car comes to Malaysia when we drive it for a more comprehensive review. But right now, off the bat, early first impressions, this is an impressively refined car. I mean, I'm quite familiar with the 2.2 liter diesel, having experienced it in the Mazda3, the CX-5 and all that. So this one is apparently a much improved version with variable geometry turbocharging. So immediately this one feels a bit more refined. Now the 2.2 i-Activ diesel engine has always been one of the smoothest and most refined diesel engines out there in the market. In fact, I say that in terms of its behavior, right, it is perhaps a diesel engine that most closely mimics the characteristics of a petrol engine in terms of the linearness of its power delivery. So this CX-8 continues in that to offer that characteristic. We are likely to be getting the CX-8 in the 2.5 liter i-Activ GNA engine, okay, which we already know from the Mazda3. Okay, so with that, right, with the 2.5 NA engine, it creates a separation between the CX-8 and the CX-9, which gives you more performance from the 2.5 turbos i-Activ engine. So, yeah, first time driving in snow, not doing any kind of speeds that that would any sort of crazy speeds that will make this car go out of control. Although there were a few moments that I can sense the wheels slipping here and there, but largely we are doing very, very modest speeds. Okay, I don't think we have at any stretch exceeded 40 kilometers per hour. So I definitely, through this video, I cannot give you a definitive verdict of the CX-8, but from the looks of it, pretty good first impression. So let's look around. Well, this is the same. Well, if you've sat in any recent Mazda, this cabin, no surprises, the same high level of build quality, beautiful materials. The layout is functional. It's not visually outstanding per se, but it feels expensive. When you look and feel, you touch all the materials, everything feels mahal. Okay, but of course, when the instrument cluster is rather plain. Okay, when you compare with others in the market with all the fancy LCD touchscreen and all that. But the more important thing is that this car is not likely to come cheap, and when you sit inside, you touch all the materials.
it will feel that it justifies the price point. I think definitely this will be cheaper than the CX-9. It wouldn't make sense for it to be more expensive, so you can expect a price tag thereabouts in the 200 to 240 range lah. My own predictions. Yeah. And oh yeah, interestingly, this car, this test unit is front wheel drive. So yeah, front wheel drive diesel on snow. Have to be a bit more careful with my throttle inputs, but as I said earlier, we are not doing any sort of crazy speeds that would overwhelm the available traction in this car. In fact, all the cars that you see in this video, in this trip, all sensibly are wearing snow tires. So if you don't be stupid with the throttle, you are not likely to lose control. So you just have to have a bit more finesse with your throttle control. Okay, nearing the end of my test drive, so moving on to the next exercise.
Alright, so just finished driving the CX-8. Now just adjourn outside for a quick walk around. So at first glance, I can't quite tell this apart from the CX-9. Maybe the roof section here is a bit more raked. Yeah, but you still see those slim tail lights together with the wide horizontal strip. Okay. Now from this angle you see the rear door. The rear door seems quite long. Okay, rear door look, it has the rear door has a kind of a long wheelbase proportion. So, but you see, as I showed you earlier, right, this car has those, the two individual seats. So this long rear doors actually help reinforce its slightly luxury aspirations. This is the second iteration of the Kodo design with the large grille, slim headlights. A handsome looking car, just like the CX-9. Okay. But this one looks a bit more compact and a bit more purposeful. So, reckon it will sell well? I think it will. But we'll see how it goes when the car finally launches in Malaysia.
I think you might know the DSC. This is the dynamic stability control.
Yep.
So if you had the oversteer tendency, vehicle using the engine torque down or braking, individual brakes, to stop the spin movement.
Okay.
And also understeer tendency, vehicle is get out to the corner, then outer side brake using, and to reduce the outer speed and to make the yaw movement. Yeah.
This one is all-wheel drive or front wheel?
Yes, I will drive.
No, all-wheel drive or
all-wheel drive, yes.
Four-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
First, I will show you the without DSC.
Okay.
What will happen?
This is DSC off.
Yeah.
Alright, DSC off.
Let's go.
I don't get to drive, unfortunately. So, C-Law. So observe his steering motion, his steering movement. So we just did like a lane change and
It's without DSC.
That was without DSC on snow, right? So imagine, right, just now the situation was you're driving on a highway, you're on the left lane, and then you cut to the right lane, and then you cut back to the left lane, and then as you were cutting back, then the car just like go haywire 360 degrees. So are you going to go back there, or are you going to start here?
With DSC, I will go opposite way.
Alright, okay. But the same thing lah.
Yeah, like the same thing with DSC.
Okay, so we are repeating the exercise, opposite direction, but same drill lah. Just imagine big highway, you're cutting across two lanes and cutting back. Okay, so we cut right. Okay, there felt a bit of the tail stepping out. So now
it's working.
Yep. So as a passenger, right, I can feel the tail stepping out a bit, but the car is working. All the electronics of the car, right, is working behind the background to help him stabilize the car. So yeah, we completed the maneuvers with very little fuss. There was a bit of wiggle here and there, but no fuss. Yeah. Are you going for another run?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which would you like to the with DSC or without DSC?
Off.
Okay.
Off.
Let's go.
Let's do it. So go straight right. So the car, he's still keeping it, right? He's still keeping it. onto the right lane. Then now it's all right. Oh, you lost it all. You lost it.
Yeah.
But why is it that when the car make the first transition, it was okay, then the second one is not okay? Why?
It's sometimes your moment is increasing.
Yeah.
I will little bit make the counter due to that. It's more. I try to correct the vehicle condition, but vehicle movement is getting bigger.
Yeah. But you're actually skillful enough to rescue that without ESC if you want, right?
I hope if I'm trying my best, maybe I can recover it.
Try your best. But let me ask you, how long have you been with Mazda? How long have you been doing this job?
This job, this test itself was just to be.
How long have you been working as a test driver? 10 years?
No, 18 years.
18 years, okay. So this guy with 18 years experience on snow, he also 50-50 about whether he can rescue a car back with DSC off. So think about that the next time before you switch that off when you drive on the road, huh? Especially when it's treacherous weather.
Okay, so this is probably the most fun exercise nowadays. Okay, we're going Gymkhana on snow in the Mazda 3. There are 3 Mazda 3s here. I understand there's 1.5 petrol and 1.5 diesel, and I think 2 of the cars have all-wheel drive. It looks slow, right? But I can assure you from behind the wheel it is anything but easy. Driving on effectively no grip underneath you. Okay, so I'm gonna gear up for my goal.
Gymkhana on snow. This is gonna be cool. Okay, so I'm driving a Mazda 3. This is a diesel. Okay, I'm not sure if this is all-wheel drive or not, but I didn't get a chance to check. Okay, so I just gave the throttle a yank. It took off with some wheel spin, so I'm guessing this is front-wheel drive lah. Okay, so this is a familiarizing run, right? So I'm gonna make a turn. Okay, it just understeered. I release. Oh, it didn't even lift off oversteer, man. Okay, so no grip whatsoever. Yep, and I was definitely not doing anything more than 20 kilometers per hour, and I was all over the place. Okay, so here is my second out of 4 tries. Yep. So there was 2000 RPMs on the clock and the wheel spun. So okay, this time I'm going to try and find ways to cut down the understeer. So I'm turning in the long sharp bend, dab a bit of brakes. Okay, now the turning in is nicer. Yep, let's set it up a lot nicer now. And then I'm doing all these runs with my DSC on. So car with snow tires, extremely easy to answer. Okay, so now I'm waiting for the other car to clear before I get my go. Okay, no wheel spin, taking off as gently as possible. right. Yeah. So you see, it takes very, very little to lose control of your car in snow. It's supposed to be a time attack, but I'm thinking to hack it. Okay, that was a bit of wheel spin. Took off with a bit of wheel spin there. Slam the brakes. I've never needed that much distance to fully stop the car from what, 5 kilometers per hour. Okay, so now I repeat the same exercise as before, but this time I'm driving a 1.5 liter petrol model with all-wheel drive. The previous one was a 1.5 diesel front-wheel drive. It's okay. So this one immediately I can tell it's a lot more controllable. Okay, although I was a little too aggressive with the throttle. Oh, it washes wide. Yeah. Yeah, the front wheel drive diesel one, that one was a little bit wild. Okay, even with very mild throttle applications, it was all over the place. But this one, first of all, it has less power, okay, and more traction, so naturally it is going to be more secure. And so therefore, just now when I was doing my first run, okay, I was just a whole lot more liberal with the accelerator pedal than I was with the diesel. Okay, so some of my friends who are doing the reverse order, they drive this car first and they jump to the diesel, they will find that that diesel would be a lot harder to manage, because suddenly they get an extra amount of power and they have to manage that extra power with less traction. Whereas this one, oh, I'm a hero. Right. Okay, no difference in braking lah. Still, the brakes struggle to bite. This is time. But you see, right, this one, right, because it has less power and more traction, I can just tekan simply and start off, right. It just took off without fuss. So I guess on snow, right, there really is no such thing as too much traction, but you can have too much power. Oh, power, 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 power. Oh, power, 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 power. I honestly don't care if I win the Gymkhana or not, because I'm more interested to slide this thing about. This 1.5 liter Mazda 3 is a rather interesting prospect, okay, because I can't remember the exact figures, but power output wise, right, it's thereabouts the same as the previous generation Mazda 3 1.6, yeah. But of course, I'm guessing that on dry tarmac, you know, in Malaysian driving conditions, such a power, the 1.5 may feel a little underpowered. Okay, so I'm just throwing it a lot more liberally around the bends, and it straightens itself up. Brilliant, man, this is brilliant. I feel like a fucking hero. I'm quite sure my time is screwed if I found that shit. Alright. That's my run done.
So that concludes our day of activities in this snowy afternoon here at the Kenbuchi Proving Grounds. Now this Kenbuchi Proving Grounds is a very interesting story because Mazda only has access to this place for about 2 to 3 months a year during the winter months. Okay, so when it's summer and spring and all that, these are all actually public roads. So usually when during winter, when there's snow and all this area is closed off for Mazda to do their winter tests. And from just now I heard one of the engineers, right, what happens is that they only have this small window of months to do all the engineer testing and all that. And if during that period, okay, let's say any car they're testing, it runs over or they couldn't conclude their test in time, what happens is that they will then ship the cars to New Zealand to continue the testing program. Yeah, so very interesting. And yeah, actually in total, I was during the briefing they said that Mazda has 4 or 5 winter testing grounds where they do all sorts of tests, like the effects of winter. Okay, like what happens when the car when snow, or how does the car behave on snowy roads, particularly the ESC and the various other engines and electronic systems. So admittedly this is perhaps not quite relevant to our market, but still it was a lot of fun. Okay, the CX-8 was a good preview of of a model that we're going to get in Malaysia, although it was not a very conclusive and cool. Yeah, I enjoyed throwing the Mazda3 about in the Gymkhana course, although I wish we had more goals. Certainly, this is the kind of thing where there's no such thing as too much. Yeah, so it was a good experience coming here. Only thing I wish is that we had more time behind the wheel. Okay, so that's it from me here in a snowy afternoon in Kenbuchi. Until my next video, thanks for watching. Bye for now.